Yo, we're making a Sonic tier list. Let's go. So, first up, Sonic 1. What started it all. I know a lot of people don't like Sonic 1 because they're bad at it, but personally for me, Sonic 1 has to go in A tier. How can you not? Where would we be without it? Alright, moving on to Sonic 2. This is where people are gonna really hate me, but Sonic 2 sucks. It's terrible. It's just boring. All the zones are boring. Chemical Plant stinks. That honestly really ruins the whole game for me. It's just an absolutely abysmal zone. I don't know why they even bothered putting it in, and I genuinely don't understand how people like Sonic 2, but it goes in it for me. Moving on to the GOAT, the best classic 2D game, Sonic CD. People hated Sonic CD about a week ago. Everyone's coming around to it now, and I'm kind of glad, but I like gatekeeping it. But you know, it is an amazing game. It is 100% the best out of the classic games. The time travel mechanic's amazing, the music's amazing, all the levels are amazing. You know, people say like there's too much going on the screen and it's too hard to look at, but I think it's beautiful. All the environments are amazing. Introduction of Metal and Amy, you know, two of the most important characters in the series. What is not to love about Sonic CD? Moving on to Sonic 3. I think it's not as good as Sonic 1. It's definitely better than Sonic 2. So for me, Sonic 3 can go in the C tier. Sonic and Knuckles, it's got to go along with it. You know, it's all in one thing. I don't think it's as, like, to me, it just didn't hit as hard as Sonic 1 or Sonic CD. It's just like, you know, obviously we got Knuckles in Sonic and Knuckles is the GOAT, but that's probably the only thing I really like about Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic, like in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So yeah, right, moving on. Oh, we're skipping all the Game Gear games because you. Moving on. Knuckles Chaotix is a game. It's a really interesting idea. And I love the Chaotix, except Charmy. You, Charmy. And it's a really good idea. Is it executed well? Maybe. Maybe. But for me, Knuckles Chaotix, I want to put it in C, but I think it's gonna have to go in D. If better execution, you know, it would be amazing. Now we're on to the rough transition to 3D. But you, Sonic Adventure 1 is amazing. I don't even know what to say about Sonic Adventure 1. It's like, just everything is amazing. It's honestly one of the best looking games ever made. Just the whole vibe of the game. The story is, the writing, Chaos is amazing. One of the best villains ever. Just, he's so cool. So yeah, Sonic Adventure 1 is in the S tier for me. Moving on to Sonic Adventure 2. Now, again, this is where people are gonna hate me, but it is nowhere near as good as Sonic Adventure 1. It's still good, but it's nowhere near the same level as Sonic Adventure 1. And the only reason is because of the mech levels. Why? What? The whole point of a Sonic game is to go fast. And like the Sonic stages, amazing. The Knuckles stages, amazing. Tails and Eggman, why? Why did you do it, Sega? It honestly baffles me every day to why it's like, you know, it ruined such a great game. And the Chow Garden is one of the best things they've ever done. I'm still waiting for a Chow Garden game. Hopefully soon. hopefully they realize how much a bajillion dollars it could make. But for me, Sonic Adventure 2 gonna have to go at the top of A. Right, moving on to Sonic Heroes. Now, I really want to like Sonic Heroes, but it plays like shit. Like, the controls are just, it feels so slippy, and everyone's just like, you can't really move properly, if that makes sense. It's like, I genuinely cannot explain how poorly Sonic Heroes controls. The character dynamics are amazing. The writing isn't as bad as people say. It's like it's a fun story. All the characters work so well together. The team mechanic I really like it. Being able to use all three at the same time, great idea. And if that flows seamlessly, like, there's no issue with the team mechanic, but those controls are done. So for me, Sonic Heroes is gonna have to go in the B tier. Now, Shadow the Hedgehog is Sonic Heroes if it was slightly better. And I know people think that's crazy because, but if you take the guns out, it's just Sonic Heroes without the heroes and better. Obviously they're still in the game, but yeah, so for me, Shadow goes one step above Heroes. Now, another controversial game in the Sonic the Hedgehog series, Sonic 06. And again, people will probably hate me for this, even though the 06 community is growing, the 06 defenders, we're getting there. But it's like, it's so bad it's good to me. It's just like the controls are awful, the story is just blah. But the idea, everyone, the memes are potential game, but for me, Sonic 06 is just what a clusterfuck of everything. But I'm putting Sonic 06 in the top of B tier. Sonic and the Secret Rings. What a game. I think it has the best. Yeah, it has the best setting and the best idea. The storybook games are genuinely the best ideas in the series, with the worst execution ever. Like, whoever decided to make it fucking Subway Surfers, come on, why? This the coolest idea for a game ever. This could have been imagine Secret Ring setting with Frontiers gameplay. Well, some of it, we'll get to that, but it's just it could have been so amazing. And just why Sega? But I'm gonna have to put Sonic and the Secret Rings at the top of C tier. Now, right, I'm getting excited now because Sonic Unleashed. Where do I even start with this masterpiece? This game still hasn't been topped to this day. I don't know how. All they needed was to just make a second one with the same stuff in it, and it would have been the best Sonic game ever made. I love all the environments, going to Greece, going to China. It's amazing. The visuals are amazing. Story amazing. Jason Griffith is the best Sonic. He's perfect in this. He's just this game is so raw, and the Werehog combat. I don't know what people were smoking back in the day when I'm like, oh, it's boring, it's so bad. What? It's Frontiers combat if it was good. There's so many combos, there's so many different moves you can do, and it's so satisfying to just smash up all the robots. And how did people hate this? Yes, the stages are well, not way, they're a bit too long, but it's fun. It's just fun, and I miss Sonic Unleashed. Oh, and Tornado Defense is fire. That is one of the best things in any game, and the music's fire. All the music in Unleashed is beautiful, which is why Unleashed is #1 of all time, never getting topped. Moving on, Sonic and the Black Knight. Well, it's Sonic and the Black Knight. It's another storybook game. It's, you know, one of the best ideas ever. All the character designs are amazing. Story fine, but why the gameplay? Why do they keep making shit like this? I will never ever understand. But it's the same as Secret Rings. It's like, you know, it's going just next to Secret Rings, right? Sonic 4. It's Sonic 4. I feel, right, don't punch me in the face, but it's overhated. Yes, the physics are terrible. People say it looks ugly. I don't think it looks ugly. I think it's fine. The music is fine. Again, I don't know why people complain about the music. You know, it's nice having the homing attack in 2D. Some of the stages are just dog, but it's not completely abysmal. And I would rather play Sonic 4 than Sonic 3, so it's going in the C tier above Sonic 3. Right, Sonic Colors. What a game! Absolutely impeccable game. You know, it's just so, everything's so bright, and you know, it's in the name, Sonic Colors, but just everything, the stories, again, but it's a Sonic game. The writing is, I don't want to talk about the writing. But you know, the music, the environments, just the feel. It feels like Sonic. Like, obviously it's a boost game. It's like, you know, but it's like, it just feels like Unleashed to me in a lot of ways. Like, it gives me the same feeling of Unleashed, but it doesn't hit the highs that Unleashed hits. And for that, I think Sonic Colors deserves the top of A tier. Moving on, Sonic Generations. Just, you know, it's Sonic Generations. You already know it's good. The best celebration of a franchise ever, I think. Well, yeah, there's nothing else that compares. Just, I don't think I need to say anything about Sonic Generations. You know it's going in S tier. Sonic 4 Episode 2 is just Sonic 4 but better. You know, you've got Tails now. Some of the stages are still dog shit. But it's Sonic 4 but better, so it can go above Sonic 4. Right, Sonic Lost World is okay. It's, I like it, even though it's just okay. I had fun with it. I enjoy the parkour. You know, it does just feel like a really cheap knockoff of Mario Galaxy. And the Deadly Six are the worst villains of all time. It may be in any franchise history. But apart from that, the game is just fun. You know, it's fun to just walk around, jump on shit. So for that, Sonic Lost World can go... this can go here, below Black Knight, above Sonic 4. Right, moving on. Sonic Mania. What a... just, you know... Generations is what, like, the best celebration of a franchise. This is the second best celebration of a franchise. Just, honestly, the hype this game created, like, it saved the franchise. Everyone knows that. It's just, it's impeccable. You know, bringing back all the old characters, Bark, Bean, Fang. Like, come on. and getting to play as Mighty and Ray in Encore, that is just, it's so peak. And for that, Sonic Mania is going in S tier above. No, I can go in S tier just there. Alright, do I even need to talk about Sonic Forces? The people that defend this game, I genuinely don't know what's wrong with you, and I think you should seek help. But what a f***ing disappointment this was. Again, one of the coolest concepts ever for a Sonic game, huge war. It could have been crazy. You know, like, imagine a huge battlefield and you just get to f*** it up. But no, you just hold X, you hold the boost button, and you beat the game. Classic Sonic in this game, honestly just ruined all of Classic Sonic for me. It's just, what a waste. And Infinite, one of the coolest designs I've ever seen, but again, he's just not used. I think there's a lot of good ideas in Forces, but it completely misses. And for that, it's going straight in the F tier. Now, Sonic Origins, I'm not even gonna put on because it's just, no, I'll put it on actually, because it's old, all the old games but better. Actually no, I'm not gonna put it on because I don't know where the f I'd put it. Right, moving on to one of the worst games ever made, Sonic Frontiers. What a disappointment. All the ideas are there, but they're not executed well at all. Like, the combat's good, the bosses are amazing, the music, apart from the island music, the most boring music I've ever heard. But the boss themes are amazing. The main theme's amazing. But, like, what? So, the thing I don't understand is, you've got Sonic, you've got good combat, let's put him in the most boring looking environment we can think of, and that's it. There's just, why? Imagine Frontiers with, like, the vibe of SA2 or SA1. Like, come on. Everyone knows it would be so much better, but no, Sega just goes F you yet again. And if Frontiers 2 or whatever it's gonna be isn't more like, if it doesn't look like Sonic, I'm gonna be so disappointed. So yeah, Frontiers straight in F tier. Sonic Superstars, it's I think they had the franchise went up again with Mania and then dipped straight back down. It's just okay, like, it's a classic Sonic game, but it's nothing special. It's the power-ups are honestly the most useless thing I think ever put in a game. The first time I played this game, I genuinely forgot they were even in it. So yeah, I've got nothing else to say. It's just okay. It can go in C tier. Just probably there. No, there. There we go. Right, and the final game, Sonic Dream Team. Well, not the final game, because I'm going to talk about Sonic X Shadow Generations, but it's not on here. It's why only have this on Apple? It's amazing. It's honestly, it's so much better than Frontiers, and it looks amazing. It plays amazing. All the characters are here, and Shadow's here now with the update they added. But why only on Apple? This could have, like, turned around the series, but it's on Apple Arcade. Why did it? I feel like Sega just mismanages this completely. Like, the whole series, it's just, what are they doing? But it's, amazing game. I'm gonna put it at the top of B tier. Now, there's two games that aren't in this tier list that would be an S, and they are Sonic Rush and Sonic Rivals. I definitely did not forget to put them in here. But right, Sonic Rush, the best music to come out of a Sonic game, the best gameplay to come out of a 2D game, the best looking stages to come out of a 2D game. It's just, you know, and Blaze is amazing. The story's just, you know, it's a story. It's straight. It's, man, what a game. And Sonic Rivals, the most slept on game of all time. It's, I don't know how people, like, it got mixed reviews when it came out. I want to know what game they played that was bad, because I love Sonic Rivals. It's just a 2D Sonic game, but you race someone else and it makes it harder. It's genius. It's amazing. And the stages in that game are beautiful. They are just immaculate. So yeah, Rivals would also be an S tier. And finally, Sonic X Shadow Generations. Now, my opinion on this game has changed since it came out. It's still one of the best, well, the best Sonic game released recently, don't get me wrong, but I think it just, I mean, my problems are the gimmicks. Again, every Sonic game has the same problem. The gimmicks that they just, like, they somehow have not learned that people just want to go fast and don't want to use Doom Surf or use the grappling hook one, whatever that's called. And I think the bosses could have been a lot better. Some of them are way too easy, and it's just like, you know, this is supposed to be Shadow's game. Like, I know Shadow 05 was Shadow's game, but this is supposed to be his game. And I feel like it just slightly under delivered, but it's still a great game all in all, and the gameplay is amazing. You know, the way it ties into Generations is fine, and you know, I think the stages they could have chosen some better ones. For example, the Frontiers level. Why the is that boring dog in the game? And it was the most boring Frontiers island as well. And then, like, Rail Canyon, I hate Rail Canyon. And I just think, you know, it could have been delivered a lot better, but it's still an amazing game, so it's going in S tier. And that is it. This video went on for way longer than I thought it would, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Flame me in the comments if you want. Tell me, you know, where you would put what. And that's it from me. See ya.